trust and leadership, do they go hand in hand? Or how do you build trust in leadership? We're going to talk about that in this video. So why do we need trust in leadership? Is trust really that important? It's absolutely important. It's kind of like the movie Hitch, where he sits there and goes, well, it's not really important. And the guy goes, it's not. He's like, it's absolutely important. Same thing with trust. We have to have trust or no one's going with us, right? If they don't trust us, why would they follow us? Why would they let us lead them into battle? That's right. We need to be able to build trust with everybody around us and move them forward. And when you get trust, you start getting influence. And we can talk about that in this video in a little bit. But the main thing about trust, and there's three main variables. Yeah, that's right. There's three main variables for trust, and that's why I created the trust equation. And that's, you gotta be credible. You gotta understand the topic of what you're trying to do. If you're somebody off the street, there's no way you should be leading a Fortune 500 business unless you have some kind of training. You also need to be reliable and vulnerable. That's right, vulnerability. That doesn't mean open to attack. That means, hey guys, I don't know the exact answer for what's going on and how we're going to navigate this pandemic that we just had. But it's saying, I'm going to work with you and the team, and we're going to find a way to move forward and be successful. That's being vulnerable. Not saying, I've got everything under control and there's nothing that we have to worry about. That's false, and people won't trust you. So you got to be able to build trust. And you also have, like in a denominator, the selfishness factor. If you're really selfish and you're only out for your outgain, well, guess what? People aren't going to trust you. They'll know that you will stab them in the back and take a promotion. So people won't trust you that way either. We have to have trust. I mean, trust is the currency of leadership. You gotta have trust or nobody is going with you, okay? So we have to be able to do that. And it takes time. Trust is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It takes time to build trust. And I know, like, when people go on like TikTok and Instagram, they have all these influencers and people go to those influencers and people pay for people to be a part of their team and use those influencers. You're not getting the trust that you need to have when you're leading people. So just buying people is not going to build trust. We have to work at building trust, and it takes time. And that's why I always say, if you're going to be in leadership, you got to know sales. And that's right, you have to know sales. Sales is not about selling a product and service. It's helping a customer with their situation, answering their needs, and finding a better way for them. If we do that, we're going to be successful. We're going to build trust, we're going to build influence, and we're going to sell more. We have to be able to do that with leadership as well. We have to be able to build influence, which means we have to care about those that we lead. We have to have a servant mindset where we're serving them by leading them, but we're also taking a look at the situation, what are the issues, what are the ramifications, and helping answer those things so people can feel successful in their positions and for the organization. We have to work together, and trust is crucial. So how do we build trust with other people? Well, trust comes in a lot of forms, and there's different levels of trust. Like, if I'm a firefighter, I have to have high levels of trust with the people that are going into a fire with me, because if I don't know that they're going to have my back if a flashover happens. If I'm a police officer and we're going into a hostile environment and there's lots of guns going on, I want to know that the person next to me isn't going to kick me in the back and shove me in front of people, right? We got to have trust. Well, we have to build trust, and that's sitting with people, valuing people, and putting them first and understanding what's going on with them. When we know people, we'll be able to move forward with them. And it's like that old saying, People don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. So we have to show care to people. We have to have that open hand, how we can serve them, and that servant mindset. And we build trust over time. It's like a currency. It's like a bank account. You put deposits of trust in, and you have great levels of trust. But if you're misleading, mistrustworthy, you can lose all that trust in a single transaction. So we need to be building it up constantly. So that's focusing on people. We also need to be able to communicate effectively. You can be great at leadership, but if you can't communicate the message and how we're moving forward with people, you're not going anywhere. So we need to learn how to communicate effectively. We need to know how to talk to people, how to approach them, the different areas, and how people want to be engaged, the different environments. We need to be cognizant of all that. That's why there's tons of leadership, trust, and sales trainings out there. That's why I got into training people to help leaders get better and be more successful. Now, I can help you if you want to reach out. My contact information is below. If this video was helpful, hit like, share, subscribe, send to somebody you think it might benefit. Be glad to help. That's why I do these videos, to help you. We'll see you next time.